job there, Greg, recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Here's Gay. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the dunk by Barnes.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Curry kicks to Rondo. Puts up the baby hook. No good from Cousins.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Sacramento calls time.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
Timeout called by the Kings. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
Sacramento making some changes. Koufos comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Cauley-Stein in for Quincy Acy. And the Warriors also making a change. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes.
That's his second.
Here is the 2K leaderboard in the season's second half. These teams have been really passing the ball well. The Warriors, #1.
Clearly, this group's on the same page offensively, and the chemistry continues to improve as well. The assist totals off the charts.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Outside, Green. Back to Thompson. Lets the 3 fly. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got 5.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And Green slams it in.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Koufos. Sacramento gets it back. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Bellinelli in for Curry. Golden State also making some changes. Azili's checked in for Bogut. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Bellinelli dishes to Koufos. Here's Cauley-Stein. Great D that time from Green.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
There's 1:54 left in the third. Baseline jumper. And another basket for Golden State.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
The Kings have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
Ben McLemore, he's checked in for the Kings. Collison comes in for Rajon Rondo. And McLemore kicks to Caspi. Here's Bellinelli. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Curry kicks to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 10 points for Draymond Green. Those court projections you see in the pregame, we don't even have the best angle for them. They're so good.
Yeah, nice perk for those sitting a little higher up on those or those watching TV. It's about putting on a show and at the end of the day, entertaining the fans.
Curry gets the bucket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Collison kicks to McLemore. Kufis the best to McLemore. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Kings have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Casper. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for Bellinelli. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
They've already picked up a number of fouls here, and they're in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet, keeping their hands up, and defending without fouling.
Curry's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. A nice shot by Collison.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he...
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Iguodala out there with Maurice Spates. And it's Clark in at the point guard. It's Iguodala with the drive. And he dunks it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
Sacramento making some changes. Curry's checked in for Ben McLemore. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Darren Collison. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what seed would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
Quincy Acey's checked in for Cauley Stein. And with that whole concept of playoff reseeding, so often we'll see a 2nd or 3rd seed team get a 6th or 7th seed team in the second round. Meanwhile, Greg, the top seed plays the 4th seed no matter what.
You know, I think in a few cases it would have made a major difference in how the playoffs would have played out. And quite frankly, I think it also puts more value on the regular season if that number 1 seed could play a 7th seed, if you will, in the second round. So I think that's something that the commissioner and the competition committee might want to reassess.
The baseline J. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Timeout for Golden State.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Butler, he's checked in for the Kings. Anderson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Warriors leading by 21. There's the dish to Barnes. And the three ball is good. Barnes has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Cousins. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And how about no turnovers here in the second half, making sure they get a quality possession every time down the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Caspi comes in for Butler. And it's Collison in for James Anderson. And then for Golden State, Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Spates. Draymond Green comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Ian Clark.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And that one's good.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Outside for Curry. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Another shot. The kick out to Collison. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his second.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Here's Caspi. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Warriors leading by 22. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Iguodala. 16 points for Steph Curry.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
And that one's good. That's 7 points for Darren Collison.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Stephen Curry. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
A drive by Collison to the right side. They get it back. Good D by Thompson. Smooth sailing for Golden State. Bogut dishes to Thompson. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Curry. Another 3 for Golden State. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Iguodala with the steal. And Iguodala with a clear path to the hoop. From deep, good.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
So we see the Warriors taking the